matter that your father was a good man, your mother was a good woman, and you come from such a noble family, the family of Harun alayhi salam. See, because the imamat in the Bani Israel was a family tradition. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam were Levites, the priestly class, the imamat of the Bani Israel, the imams. Among such a family is Maryam alayhi salam born. So you come from such a noble ancestry. How is it now that you brought a child without a husband? Christian says, no, your prophet didn't know the difference. He's not prepared to listen. The Muslim will hear this and he accepts it. Yeah, no, I can see the point. I can see the logic, the reasoning. Why Ukhta Harun? Why sister of Harun? But the guy who's looking for trouble, he says, no, your prophet didn't know the difference. So I was confronted with this, and because of the type of reading that I've been doing, dealing with the Christians, talking to them, see, Allah Bari Ta'ala, from his ilm ladunni, he tickles you. No Jibreel comes to you anymore. Anybody you come across who tells you he's hearing voices, take him to a psychiatrist. I don't hear voices. But Allah Bari Ta'ala in his wisdom, he gives it to you. Ilm ladunni is from his own presence. You get it. So I said, the answer to your problem is in your own book. This problem you are creating, the answer is in your own book. He said, where? I said, the first book of the New Testament, the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 1, verse 1. I don't know whether you'll forget. Book 1, chapter 1, verse 1. The answer is there. To your problem about Ukhta Harun. He said, what does it say? I said, it says, this is the generation of Jesus Christ. The birth of Jesus, his ancestry, his genealogy. The son of Abraham, the son of David. Right? He said, right. That's what he said. The son of Abraham, the son of David. So he is Abraham's father, son, and he is David's son. Abraham is his father. David is his father. And then in the book of Luke, this is Joseph the carpenter, who being the son of Joseph. Joseph is his father. In the book of Mark, it says God is his father. A guy who's got 4 fathers. What do you call him in your language, colloquial language? What do you call him? A man who's got 4 fathers. What do you call him? I'm asking him, what do you call a guy who's got 4 fathers? What do you call him? He said, no, he doesn't mean that. He said, what does it mean? He says Abraham is his father, David is his father, Joseph is his father, God is his father, he's got 4 fathers. Jesus Christ. He said, no, it doesn't mean that. What does it mean? He says, no, you see, he comes from the prophetic tradition of Abraham and the kingly family of David. He's the supposed son of Joseph the carpenter, but really he's the son of God. I said, you see, and that's what I'm telling you, that Ukhta Harun does not necessarily mean sister of Harun. Is son of Abraham doesn't mean son of Abraham. Then why should you say the brother of sister of Harun means sister of Harun? Now this is a different type of knowledge. You agree? And I know you don't find this in books. This is practical experience in Islam. And they have become more and more sophisticated. So, you see, the Christian missionaries, they have evolved new and new systems. We had a Professor Spencer in the University of Durban, Westwood. He was a missionary. But he was the head of the Department of Arabic and Islamic. A missionary, a Christian Englishman, he was the head of the Department of Islamic Studies and Arabic. And our children went to learn Arabic and Islamic under his tutelage. And he was having side swipes at the students. And the poor students can do nothing, they know nothing. Like what I was some 40 years ago, they are in a similar position. So they come complaining to me. See, the professor said this, and the professor says that. I said, look, you know what you do? Get this professor over a cup of tea and call me. This is my job. But for some reason, months went by and years went by, nothing happened. Then we had a Muslim professor coming, Professor Nadwi and a Dr. Nadwi. They took charge of this department. I'm telling them, get this guy for dinner and call me. He is my man. He is my meat. Call me. Say, look, that is where I say, call me for things like that. The things that I know, that I can, sparkle before you. See? I don't have to apologize for anything. That is how Ikram Muslim would treat me like that. What I know is like, tell us, what have you got? Give it to us. What I have. What I haven't got, you're asking me, you're embarrassing me. So it didn't work. And the man retired. Professor Spencer came to England. He's an Englishman. After some years he returned to Durban on a holiday. And he comes into the arcade where I have my offices. Next door to me is my ex-secretary. He's got an Islamic bookshop. So he goes into the Islamic bookshop, to browse around to see what's going on there. So my secretary, ex-secretary, he recognizes the man. Professor Spencer, he says, Mr. Deedat is next door. Would you like to meet him? My secretary knew that we are yearning to meet him. So he said, yes. So my secretary, the ex-secretary, he's got heart trouble. Blood pressure, heart trouble, but he rushes. This man, Spencer, is also an old man, about my age. So he rushes and comes to me. He says, that professor, our Dusman, and he says, he understands our language, don't talk our language. He says, but before he could finish, the man is there in the doorway. He said, good morning, professor, good morning, come in, sit down. So he sat down. Professor Spencer, sit down. So what will you have? Something hot or cold? He says, cold will be all right, it is a hot day. He says, get to orange juice. I tell my young man, get to orange juice. So while he's getting the orange juice, he says, there's no time to waste. Time is too precious. So I'm asking the professor point blank. I says, Professor, you are a master of Arabic and of Islamic. You were the head of our department. With all that knowledge of yours, how is it that you haven't accepted Islam yet? Of course, I know our brothers, learned brothers, they have more polite, refined, polished ways of dealing with things. Look, I say, my brothers and sisters, please, you'll have to excuse me. I am a van driver, a lorry driver, a furniture salesman, and from that talking, I have talked myself into this position. Don't expect from me all those nice, polished and fluencies and all that. You wait, you'll get some other people coming by with all those qualifications. You listen to them. I am myself. So I said, right, why aren't you accepting Islam? Why haven't you accepted Islam yet? You said, this guy is too crude. I said, look, what do you want me to do with him? Play marbles with him? So he said, have you got the Arabic translation done in the Arab country of Yusuf Ali? I said, I'm thinking, what's wrong with this fellow? I'm asking him, why haven't you accepted Islam? And he's asking about an Arabic translation of Yusuf Ali done in an Arab country. I said, look, Professor, all the Yusuf Ali's translations, whether done in India, Pakistan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Beirut, anywhere, they are all the same page for page. The only difference is, by photostatic process, small or big, or finer paper or thicker paper makes it different in thickness, but otherwise, page for page, every Yusuf Ali's translation is the same. So no, I want to see one done in the Arab country. I don't know why. So I had one where I was sitting, so I take it down, and say, give it to me. Funny, I am asking him, why haven't you accepted Islam? And he wants this Arabic translation, so I give it to him. And he opens the place, and he gives it to me, he says, read. Actually, he's answering me. He's answering me why he has not accepted Islam yet. But I can't catch the joke, I'm a bit slow. For a professor, I'm a bit slow. See, I was first like that, why haven't you? But now he's, his old, English way, polished way, diplomatic way, he says, read this. So subsequently I found out that it was Surah Hijr, I think verse 39. So I read it. It says, قال ربي بما أغويتني لأزينن لهم في الأرض